Hey ladies! Okay, so I'm coming to you with a tutorial on the Pom Pom wands that I had previously shown. I did have a few people ask me how to make them and also the process I do to make these bad boys super fluffy, okay? So I already did the big one out of this really pretty blue yarn, which is like this one. So you see this is like, as soon as you start wrapping it, it's so loose that it just starts busting it by the seams. So it makes it super fluffy. So I used my big one to create this, and it comes in threes. I'm gonna use the medium size one, and I already did half of it, and I'm gonna show you how to do the other half, okay? So for instance, let me open it right here. So you'll see right here, let me tighten this real quick. Okay. When I wind it, when you start winding, you're going to see on the other side, it looks like a U. I do it to where it's pretty much flush right here. That's what makes this super fluffy, is when you just keep going. Okay. And then, so you'll see it looks like this. I start from the right, then I close it, I turn it around, and I make sure to finish on that side, and then it goes right through these two, and then we're gonna start on this side right here now, okay? So I'm not gonna look at the camera because, or else I won't be able to see, but I can see that you guys can see. So I just start from one side, and I just keep them close to each other as I wrap them all the way around. Now, like I said, and if they don't, then I just push it down just for the first round. I don't do that every single time, or else it would take me forever to get this done, okay? So I wrap it, okay, and then we're here. Now, keep in mind, be careful when you're wrapping, because sometimes you can cross right through here and you won't know it, and then that'll make that whole section, you know, loose. So now I'm gonna start going back, okay? So we're gonna go through here and then wrap, oops. It's funny, I have to do this all the way around my tripod and then quickly look at the camera and then quickly look at what I'm doing on the side of the camera. So it's like, oh my gosh, I can do it, I can do it. And mind you, ladies, there's so many videos on how to do these. Only reason why I'm showing this is because it happens to be part of, you know, the tutorial to do the actual pom-pom. And I do it, I have a couple of my friends, Anna and Elizabeth, hey chicas, who are some veterans here on YouTube. And they had mentioned that this is something that they struggle with as well. So I figured, yeah, let me just go ahead and do this part. So hopefully I'm not putting you guys to sleep. I like watching stuff like this. You know, it doesn't matter to me, you know, watching this, because I only did half. Gosh, can you imagine? Okay, see right there, because I was doing that, so I caught myself as I did it. And it happens soon as you start getting super fluffy. It's really easy to do that, so you just kind of want to be really mindful of that. And you see it starting to get really fluffy in the middle, so I'm just going to go one more time. And make sure, and what I do is I try to make sure that this whole thing looks even through here, because sometimes you can wrap and then you'll see it'll go like this because you did more yarn here, less here, more here, and I'll just continue to wrap in that one section and then I'll keep moving on. Okay, so this looks fluffy. You see that it's pretty much flush at the bottom. Let me put it up, and then you close it. Okay, so it's closed like that. Now let me go ahead and just cut this off. And I don't use these. These, I don't know why they don't grab really well to do, to cut them. I use my precision type scissors, and this is what I use to cut. So I just kind of go, oops, let me start on this side so it doesn't pop up. And I'll grab from right underneath and I'll just start cutting. Okay. Then I'll come to this side, get the scissors right underneath that. See, because they have to be super stiff with a fine, you know, tip right here so that it can really get in there. Okay, so you see now how it just got like super crazy fuzzy. Okay, then I just grab, oops, just a piece of this. Doesn't matter what the length is. Oops. Okay, and then you just put it in the middle, and you got to hold on to these or else they'll explode right in front of you, and then it sucks because then you generally have to chuck this out and start all over again. Okay, so let me go ahead and push this down here so that I can tie a knot, because I can't do that in the air and hold it down at the same time. Okay, so you literally wrap it all the way around, tie it once, then I tie it into a knot. Then I go back over on this side, and then I'll tie it one more time. And I mean, when I tie it one more time, I mean tie a knot. I tie a knot, just one knot on each side, and that's it, okay? Then we can just pop, oh, actually, we can take these off. Oh, did I miss one? Hold on. Okay, so that just tells me that I missed a portion. Just take it out. When I was, did I just miss a bigger portion? What's going on in the world? It should be able to pop out. Oh, okay. I was like, what is going on here? Okay, there we go. So, because that one got stuck, and you do need good scissors, because then you have to sit and, you know, fluff it up, you know, cut to make it look even. And so that you can get, you know, look at that, it looks all crazy. Because some parts come out longer than others. So it, honestly, for those of you that are like OCD, and more so than, I mean, I am, but I don't stress on this being ideally super duper perfect. I just get it as perfect as I can, you know. But it's actually kind of therapeutic as you keep looking and, I need a cut more here, need a cut more there. But I'm not going to spend too much time on doing that on this video, only because that'll take a long time. So anyways, we're making the pom-pom out of this. But I kind of just wanted to show you how I do the pom-poms with the little tool that I have. Okay? And it only turns out fluffy because this was this type of yarn. A different yarn is different, you know, it'll have a different effect. But you're still going to wrap it just the same way as I showed you. No different. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into actually doing the pom-pom. So I chose to use a yellow straw. We're going to use the silver one to go inside. Okay, so this is how I go ahead and double it up, but only because the top part's going to be heavy and we want the straw not to bend. Okay, so we're going to get, where's the, okay. We're just going to kind of push it underneath a little bit with my nails. Okay, so that I can pinch it at the side. So now we're going to, there we go. We're going to kind of, it's kind of like rolling and pinching it at the same time, just to make it tighter so that we can fit it through the other straw. Okay, so let's go ahead and tighten this up more. And then we're just going to stick that through. And see? Voila! Disappeared. Now this bad boy is sturdy. Okay? So what I do is I get the pom-pom, pretty much where the strings are, and I spread it open to the very, very bottom of where you see this knot at. Okay? And then I'm gonna get, oh my gosh, really? My glue is like running on its very last leg. I'm gonna need another stick. Okay. And then stick that, ouch. And then I'm just gonna push that over. That wasn't supposed to, okay. And then all we're doing is pushing that in, twist it a little bit. And then we're just gonna push it down and then hold this together, okay? We wanna keep it like this, don't move it around. Make sure that it's centered so that your pom-pom is not looking lopsided when it does dry. So you'll see right here, I'm just pushing down in the middle. And then let me get a glue stick while we're waiting a few seconds. And, okay, and while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and cut these strings because we do not need those. Okay, those are off. Okay, so make sure it's all the way down. Okay, and then I love it. Oh, see, I still see some little, you know, we're not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, Anna. Leave it alone. It's like I see some longer hairs on the one side. But let's get the glue stick. We are going to get the little pom-pom that I'm going to put on the top. Okay. And then, let's see. You're going to set it right in the middle. Hold it down a little bit so that it, you know, doesn't stick just to the top part of the that stuff. I just lost my whole train of thought. Yarn. Jeez Louise, lady. Yarn. Okay, so we have that. Okay. Does that look right? Let me make sure. Okay. So we have this. Okay. And what we're going to do is, these are the 3 trims I picked. And we're going to put this camera down a little bit more so that I can tie it. Okay. We're just going to tie it into a knot. I'm not going to make a bow out of this because that's not the look I'm going for. If you would like to do that, then please do it. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna stick a little bit of hot glue under here because I'm gonna push this up like this, okay? Don't you hate that when you put a new stick in, you have to like go and push it like 5 times before it finally just starts staying in there? Okay, so I push this up there so that these are hanging down. I have to trim those, but this is just so that, okay. Then this is what I chose to use instead of, I didn't have any regular bows, so I had this already made. And I do have this on a previous this and that video showing how to make these. Super duper fun, so I won't need to add a charm. That is the absolute upside. And let's get that really, okay, well, I don't think I have any more feeling left in my fingers at this point of crafting for so long. Okay. Okay. Push the stick in a little bit. It's like you have to sit there and push it with your teeth when you're in the middle of the project and keep doing it so that you can keep it going. Okay. So make sure we get that in the middle. Make sure these are down. Push that in. These were super fun and cute to do. This is my last one, and I had a blast putting these together. They were so fun. So they have blings on the other side as well. Now we're gonna go ahead and trim some of these down a little bit. Now, a lot of the times when I trim, when I'm doing these, I like to angle cut them, you know, so that they look angled and not just a blunt cut straight across. That's an absolute preference, not necessary. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and cut this other side. Okay. And then we're gonna cut these two. Okay. And that's pretty much it, you know. It's really super easy to put these together and super fun. I mean, seriously, I had a blast putting these together. And if I wanted to take it a step further, I could add another little pom-pom. I like to do that on the smaller ones. So when I finish cutting that small one up and do it on a half of a straw, then I'll put a little pom-pom at the bottom. I figure these are super tall, so, you know, it wouldn't make much of a point, but it's totally preference. Okay, so that's it, guys. It's super duper easy. I hope you guys give it a try and that you have these pom-pom makers. They've been around forever, and that this helped you out as far as how I do it when I wrap this, and how that's probably the bigger part, and then how I stick the straw in there, how I add it to make it double sturdy, and that's it. So thank you guys so much for your comments on my video. You guys are amazing. It really pumps my day up when you guys are super sweet. So thank you again, and I will see you guys really soon. And the next one I have set up, I promise, it's a jewelry video. I literally have it on my other desk. So stay tuned, and I will be back with that shortly. All right, guys, be blessed and stay safe.